Hello ladies, welcome back to the Confidence Club Premium membership. I am so happy to have you here and I'm really excited for today's video. As you may have already seen, I am doing a lot of techniques and methods and specific tips and tricks that I feel you as a subscriber of a premium membership are actually ready and at the level to receive. So first and foremost, I want you to feel proud of yourself for that. The reason I don't cover a lot of techniques, methods, gimmicks, tricks, or the really popular, clickbaity, trendy manifestation stuff on my main channel is because if you're a beginner at manifestation, if you are brand new to this stuff, you're gonna get really attached to those techniques and you're gonna end up basically shooting yourself in the foot because you think that the technique is the answer. You put the technique on a pedestal and it can often fail you. Whereas if you are someone who has put forth the energy to put yourself in a position where you are in a membership, that means that you've done a lot of the footwork. That means you understand manifestation on a different level. And so I feel as though the people I'm talking to in here, you understand things on a deeper level. You understand things in a way that people who are new at this don't, and people who are not committed to this don't. So I'm gonna continue doing techniques and stuff and methods and the techniques that I've learned from my own experience, I've developed from my own experience, as well as techniques that I have adopted from other people. And so today's method or technique is going to be called 2 Truths and a Lie. So it's this fun little game that I feel like most people, at least in America, most people played in elementary or middle school. We learned it where you're in a group of people. It's like a social game that you play where you tell 2 truths and 1 lie, and the other people in the group are supposed to guess which one is the lie. But I turned this into a manifestation technique, and it's been really kind of exciting and fun to see how it's played out. I'm still experimenting with it, but so far I have seen some success, and that's why I feel comfortable sharing it. And I noticed another YouTube creator basically talked about the same concept. They didn't call it 2 truths and a lie. That's my own coining of it. But they were talking about how when you affirm, you want to mix in things that you already mostly believe in, or you already definitely believe in, with the things that feel really out of reach. Hence, 2 truths and 1 lie. So when you use 2 truths and 1 lie as a technique, you're saying 2 things you know to be true. And if you are really kind of stuck as to what you can come up with for your 2 truths, what things you already feel confident in, you can even just say things like, I have brown hair, or I'm American. And that can be, those can be your 2 truths. And then the lie, which isn't about it being a lie, it's about this is what you're manifesting. So maybe you don't have it yet, right? So my truths and a lie could be I am someone with brown hair, I'm an American, and I am making $100,000 a month, right? That third one isn't true today, but I'm manifesting it to be true, and I'm consistently working on it to be true so that I can have that as a result. Now, obviously, if I say those in repetition, in the beginning, my brain's gonna grab onto the lie, the third one, the affirmation. But eventually over time, what tends to happen is I'm so used to believing and knowing that it is a fact that I have brown hair and I'm an American, that my subconscious sort of loses it loses that line between the two that prevents you from believing it. It blurs things in your subconscious. It sort of meshes the 2 realities together of what we know to be true today and the reality we're creating. It meshes them in a way where you can sort of override that subconscious knowing that it's not true, and it tends to get rid of that automatic response of no, I'm not. When I first started affirming for my health, especially when I hit when I put a number or weight loss goal to it, I wanted to manifest being 140 pounds. I've since done that. So when I hit that like when I set that goal, it felt really foreign to me. It felt like, this is a lie. My brain was like, no, you're not. Like, you weigh 200 pounds, you weigh 180 pounds, you weigh 160 pounds. Like, no, you're not. You don't weigh 140 pounds. But because when I was affirming that, I did say I'm a healthy person. And in my mind, the definition of a healthy person is someone who is actively working on their health, actively taking steps towards their health. This can be drinking water, taking vitamins, making sure you eat a balanced diet, going for walks, stretching your body, getting good sleep, limiting your screen time, and so on and so forth. So I already believed I was a healthy person. I already believed that. And I included other affirmations like, I feel good about my body. And at some point in my weight loss journey, that became my real truth. In the beginning, it was very foreign. Now I do feel very confident and comfortable in my body. I love my body. I'm grateful for the fact that it is young and healthy and it supports me. So that's kind of how I incorporated it, is like, I believe to be true that I was a healthy person. I believe to be true that I love my body. And I'm believing, actively attempting to get myself to believe that I weigh 140 pounds. And sure enough, using that combination, at least in this one example, worked out for me. So now I'm testing it in other areas of life. And this is a technique that I honestly believe, if you feel like you've been doing the affirmations and the scripting and the techniques and you feel kind of stuck, you feel a little bit like, well, some days I believe that I'm confident. Some days I believe that I'm a really awesome person. Some days I really believe in my ability to manifest, and other days I don't. Or like some days you feel like money is really easy and it's coming and you feel no resistance. You feel joyful that it's coming in. You feel detached when it comes out. You're not stressed about it. And then other times you feel that clenching. You feel like, oh my gosh, this is frustrating. It's in those frustrating times that I want this to be your secret weapon. It's in those times where you're really struggling to believe that one thing you're affirming, that I want you to mix it in with things you already believe to be true. And if you want to take it to the next level, you can actually add gratitude to it. So I'm so grateful that I am a healthy person. I'm so grateful that I am educating myself daily. So those are two truths. I'm so grateful that making money is easy for me. Okay, that one, it's becoming a truth. It's sure enough, it feels good. It feels more comfortable, but I have that hesitancy where I'm like, most of the time I believe it. Most of the time I do see that I'm good at making money. I actually make money every single day passively. So I've already done work that is working for me. And I see that, that's proof. Like, I have evidence in my world. But sometimes I'm not focused on the fact that I have income coming in. I'm not focused on the fact that like money has always been there for me. I'm focused on the big bill that just popped up, or the big expense that I'm planning in my head, you know, like the vacation I'm planning. I'm like, okay, the hotel's gonna cost this and the flight's gonna cost this and getting gifts is gonna cost this. Or like wanting to purchase a different vehicle, and I'm like, okay, well, this is how much the deposit is going to be, or the down payment, this is how much the loan is going to cost, and this is how much the monthly payment, and this is how much the insurance is going to be, and then I gotta make sure the tires and the windshield wipers and all the maintenance that goes into it. So it's when you're spiraling that I want you to use this, and again, use that gratitude of like, I'm grateful that I have two truths, or I am. I'm grateful that I am these two things, or I'm grateful that I have these two things, or even I'm grateful I get to do these two things. And then for the lie, because we're not going to call it a lie, it's not a lie, it's an affirmation. For the affirmation, we're going to say, and I'm grateful for this third thing that I am manifesting. So if you're manifesting 100K months, I am grateful that I'm an American, mostly. I'm grateful that I'm American. I'm grateful that I have brown hair. I actually really do love my brown hair. And I'm grateful that I make 100K a month. So the more that you say those phrases, the more that you're blending what you know to be factually true and reality with the thing that you're manifesting, again, we're dulling we're sort of like blending. I don't know if you've ever drawn with charcoal or pastel or colored pencil, or any type of blendable art medium. When you start to mix and mold the material, the firm lines that you drew soften, they blur, they like temper out, they spread out, so the color spreads out, and you can't really even, the idea is you can't really see the original lines themselves. So if you drew 2 lines with charcoal and you rubbed the paper back and forth, the dust from the charcoal is going to blend and smooth over to where you pretty much can't even see the 2 original lines anymore. And that's what we're doing to our subconscious. That's what we are doing to our self-concept with this technique. I'm so excited to share these things with you. I know that the people I'm speaking to here, the women I'm speaking to here, you are ambitious and you dream big and you are desiring more out of this life, and these tools and techniques are there to get you there, because you're someone who's already manifested a lot of success. You're someone who's already learned this stuff. You're someone who has already been doing the work, been manifesting things, been making progress and creating results for yourself. And it's just sometimes you feel like you're off balance, or you sometimes hit a wall, you sometimes find things difficult. These are when you're going to use these techniques, because I know you've already created enough proof for yourself to know that if you just try something different, refresh yourself, experiment a little bit, you're gonna get what you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate you for being part of the Confidence Club membership, and I will catch you in the next one.